The new digital revolution has been evolving for some time now, gradually from behind the scenes for decades and decades, and it appears that this gradual but then rapid shift is almost upon us. This is something that has been reported in the news today. First and foremost, as we can see here from the crypto sphere, a huge warning that banks in the United States are covertly dumping approximately $3 trillion in debt. The XRP revolution has now entered a second gear as restrictions are now in effect with the implementation of these regulations. Put your ears to it. The worst case scenario is getting closer and closer to becoming realized. One of the worst financial crisis collapses in the history of the world, if not the worst one ever. And a great number of people are not ready for this change. And the reason why it is relatively easy to understand is that they are not aware of the impending crash. They are not aware of the direction in which this financial system is moving and evolving, and they are not aware of the role that cryptocurrency, blockchain, and particularly Ripple and XRP are playing in this revolution. We can see this in an interview that took place this year in which the former chair of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission CFTC told a room full of the global 1% elites of the world, including central bankers, financial institutions, huge organizations, fintechs, hedge funds, and asset managers, that we will all be dealing in cryptocurrency. This is the main point. Regardless of whether or if a single nation or a number of nations use digital money issued by their central banks, the fact of the matter is, over the course of the next few years, each and every one of us, along with our fellow men and women, will be dealing with cryptocurrency, CBDC, and stablecoins. To be honest, I will be forthright and say that this is my personal opinion. It is not intended to be financial advice, and you should always conduct your own research. However, I believe that you cannot afford to be naive or dismissive anymore. In order to make the most of the transition that is taking place right in front of your eyes, you need to follow the money and capitalize on the fact that cryptocurrency is clearly the future of the financial system. The world's most powerful people have been making preparations for this. According to a research document published by Fidelity, we can observe that institutional confirmations are present, but the most significant players have not yet arrived. There is a total of 58% invested and 66% interested. The majority of institutions are currently engaging in the use of digital assets, including cryptocurrency, and this number is only going to continue to rise in the coming years. This is especially true now that stablecoin restrictions have been officially implemented in Europe. For the first time in history, Europe has initiated the establishment of a legal framework for crypto assets. In what ways does this affect cryptocurrency users all across the world, and what exactly is it? To put it another way, the objective is to improve consumer protection, market integrity, and financial stability in the digital asset landscape. If exchanges, trading platforms, management firms, and advisories are required to comply with MiCA, then they will cease to exist. This is because exchanges, trading platforms, management firms, and advisories are all required to comply with MiCA. As we can see from this interview with NASDAQ Trade Talks, MiCA will be the one to set the standard for cryptocurrency legislation all across the world. Every single person will be required to cooperate, or else they will be overtaken. Put your ears to it. What are your thoughts on the prospects of regulating cryptocurrency in different regions? As a result, I believe that MiCA, in conjunction with the recent pronouncements made by the SEC and SEED and CTC, will really be the one to set the tone for crypto regulation all across the world. This is that crypto assets and digital asset business as a whole needs to follow the same requirements in such areas as governance, transparency, and prevention of market abuse that applies to traditional marketplaces. In particular, with regard to market abuse, it is going to have an effect that is very comparable to the impact of the law that was introduced in the EU as well. This includes the additional information that is provided by the messy rules as well as the steps that are taken in order to put them into practice. The fact that practically every other jurisdiction in the globe is currently in the process of establishing their own crypto rules means that they are going to be very closely monitoring this. This announcement is bullish for XRP and confirms that the second gear of the XRP revolution has begun because Ripple and XRP are already a part of MiCA's ecosystem. Now, the reason why this is big news, and when combining this announcement with the banks dumping multiple trillions of dollars worth, 2.5, almost $3 trillion, and the reason why this announcement combined with that is bullish for XRP is because of the fact that Ripple and XRP comes from MiCA's ecosystem. Utility tokens are supported by MiCA, and it is apparent that Ripple and XRP is a utility token, considering that MiCA confirms that it is a utility token. As a result, it is compatible with MiCA. To add insult to injury, XRP already possesses a considerable amount of influence in Europe, based on the XRP ledger axiology, which was selected by the pioneering distributed ledger technology in the capital markets and experimentation working to use the DLT for settling transactions with central bank money, applying settlement to securities debts, including bonds within both primary and secondary markets, and a great deal more. This is extremely significant news. Ripple and XRP are held in extremely high regard by the world's largest financial institutions. This is the reason why the XRP ledger, Ripple's technology, and its protocols are at the intersection of all these advancements. Ripple is being used by Europe to lead this revolution, and things are only going to continue getting better for Ripple and XRP in the near future. This is something that we can hear from Zoe Cruz, a former member of the Ripple board and the co-president of Morgan Stanley, who is speaking about stablecoins at this conference. Cruz stated that all stablecoins that are backed by the United States dollar have a bright future. I was born in Greece and immigrated to this nation. Do you know that this country is considered to be the most innovative in the world? For my part, the stablecoin is the Ripple is preparing to release their own dollar by the end of this year, which would further strengthen the liquidity and price of XRP in the years to come. This is a bullish development for Ripple, as its release is expected to occur before the end of this year. In addition to that, there is compatibility with the EVM sidechain, which, as we can hear in this video, is the primary objective of the EVM sidechain, which is to be the application of the XRP ledger that generates a greater demand for XRP. My opinion is that it is much more essential to encourage individuals in this day and age. The distance between us is rapidly decreasing. It is almost time to release the software. In terms of manufacturing readiness, it is all set. The main minute has been published. All that remains is for it to be voted on. Obviously, it is fairly challenging to introduce EVM products on Bitcoin, which is one of the largest blockchains. This is because the apps need to be launched in Bitcoin. XRP, Ethereum, and Binance are the three cryptocurrencies that you utilize. Therefore, you are basically debuting on the blockchain that is the third largest in terms of market capitalization. You have the ability to bring any contract that is compatible with EVM, and you have XRP as a native token. The fact that you can link to any other chain through the bridge is another reason why this is of utmost importance. On the other hand, you will be required to sell XRP in order to connect with the bridge to any other chain. As a result, it sets off a flux, a movement of increasing the amount of XRP that is being sold. You are unable to engage in conversation with them while you are holding or trusting, for instance, XRP. As a result of your sale of that, all of the fees on the other ecosystems will be paid in Matic, Ethereum, or any other cryptocurrency, which will ultimately contribute to the growth and improvement of the infrastructure of these chains. This is completely compatible and you are free to use it. However, if we encourage people to establish these EVM projects on the EVM sidechain, this will create a demand for XRP. This is because all of these projects will need to purchase XRP in order to install their software. All of the individuals that they are inviting will be required to purchase XRP in order to make use of it. It consequently generates a flow that, please hold on, for there is more to come. This adds another layer to Ripple's ongoing acceptance and growth, since the XRP ledger is getting ready to adopt tokenized gold and silver this quarter, which is the third quarter of 2024. Furthermore, it will play an additional significant and important part in the future price of XRP, which is expected to be worth thousands of dollars. The old system is falling apart right in before of our very eyes, and it appears that the leaders of the world want XRP to assume the role that is rightfully its proper place in the monetary system. Remember that the revolution is close upon us, and instead of looking at the short term, think about the long term. In the following one, I'll see you again.